where your game happens to be, or maybe just hiked or ran or sat by the pool, or maybe you did nothing. Hope it was a great one. It's the opening drive in your ear. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. How you living?
What is due?
Good weekend?
Solid weekend.
Yeah. Get out and I heard you were out at the ball pitch on Saturday night. I got people everywhere. I saw your face like, how do you know that? Do you know who I am? I got people everywhere,
Got
man.
you people everywhere, ingrained in everything.
Yeah, good time at the ball pitch. I sat through the hour rain delay, as did most of the fans, and then watched the best team in the league beat New Mexico United, Charleston Battery 2-1 over New Mexico United. Good night at the ball pitch the other night.
Solid, sitting through a rain delay. Doesn't matter what you do. I always wonder, who's gonna stick it out. The fans did, and again, the bugaboo for this United team is set piece defending. Not great.
They got beat on 2 set pieces, and the highest scoring team in the league and the number 1 team in the East came in and wins 2-1. So that drops United out of first place and into I believe a tie for second in USL Championship Western Conference standings. Now they get this week off, and they'll get back at it in the Jägermeister Cup. That's not the U.S. Open Cup. That was Jägermeister Cup, if I'm not mistaken, is a all USL team cup. So it's like we're playing for a championship, but we're going to play for another cup just within our league during league season, correct? Kind of?
Yeah, the 2 USL.
Oh,
levels.
the two both levels. So so USL.
All USL teams.
Speaking of that, I believe today is the day. The USL, what do they call it? The USL 1? Is that the one below it?
League One.
League One, the new franchise in Boise, is going to announce their new head coach today, and it is going to be a name that you will all be very familiar. You're like, why do I care, Jeff? USL, Boise, whatever. Yeah, I'm with you. Until I tell you that Jeremy Fishbein, the former Lobo head soccer coach, remember Jeremy Fishbein, the super successful, I know you do, he is back in the game in the United States and back in, it'd be pro soccer. He's going to head up the team in Boise. And I was in touch with him. When were we at the ballpark? About a week and a half ago when this went down?
Like the second?
Yeah.
July 2nd?
Yeah, it was July 2nd. So, yeah, almost 2 weeks ago. And he seemed pretty fired up. And he's going to come on with us, I think, this week after it's official. And then it'll be official today. And I'm stoked for him. I know you and I both like Jeremy a lot. And what he did with the soccer program here, I thought was phenomenal. And, the way it went down was unfortunate. There's nothing he could have done more. He just was wrong place, wrong time guy, I firmly believe. And we having him get an opportunity to come back, and he was over in India doing stuff. And I'm looking forward to catching up with him, but I'm stoked for him, and I think you are as well.
This is an awesome opportunity. I know Jeremy has been working really hard, just giving back to the game. You mentioned the places he's been. He's been overseas and been in lower privileged areas working on soccer programs, and you get this opportunity. They're building up a lot of new infrastructure there in Boise, and it should be a really nice facility. And you are seeing some stability in both those leagues, in League One and the championship, and I can see why this would be something that would interest him.
Yeah, no, absolutely. At Boise, with the influx of people and there's money going in there, I think they're building a new ballpark. They used to have and they may still, the Boise Hawks played the Northwest League back when I was covering that league. But I'm hearing whispers that with the Athletics moving to Vegas, what's going to happen with the minor league team in Vegas, and they may end up moving to Boise as well. So it's there's a lot going on there. All right, we got a lot to do today. JJ working on Richard Pierce. I thought we had it done. And Frank's trying to help us get a hold of the Lobo lineman, as media days will be on Wednesday. And we're trying to get Richard Pierce, the Lobo lineman. He's the only returning lineman who is going to be back for UNM. And a guy, I'm really interested in hearing the perspective of the difference between the Bronco Mendenhall time and what's going on with Jason Eck, how the players have responded, the new team. I saw a stat, I didn't see it. Frank Mercogliano, who is writing up the notes for Media Day, told me that, JJ, the Lobos return, have I already told you the stat? Do you know how many rushing yards the Lobos return from last year?
Is it 0?
It's less than that. It's minus 11. I think they have a couple of quarterbacks who took a few kneel downs, or a quarterback who took a kneel down, right? I think it was 3 or 4 kneel downs. So they return minus 11 rushing yards from last year. However, the running back room, the guys that came in, he told me the numbers like they come in with like 36 or 3,700 yards of rushing yards last year. So you can look at it however you want. It's going to be. I'm so intrigued. I was talking to a few former Lobos yesterday. Ran into some guys who played in the Rocky Long era at the golf course yesterday, and they said, "I just don't know if we got the guys." And I said, "Nobody does," and that's the thing, right? You got an FCS All-Star team out there, and I think they're the biggest. The easy thing is to say, yeah, they're not going to be very good. The easiest thing to say is, well, that's a new coach and give them a year, and that might be the right thing to say. But they also could be really good if these guys can perform at this level, somewhat the way they did at the lower level. Now, I get it. There's different levels for different reasons, right? I don't know if there's a huge difference. I do believe there is a difference between the way the Mountain West is constructed and the way, for instance, the Big Sky was last year, right? Montana State came in here and beat New Mexico. Idaho damn near beat Oregon last year. I mean, damn near got them, and Oregon was the number 1 team in the country. So it's I'm interested. I'm intrigued. I really am. And I'll listen to it all this week and come back, and everybody's going to be over the projected number. But to me, it's the biggest. I don't know.
It's an unknown. Yeah. It's hard for me to say be really good, but I think that with the amount of turnover in the Mountain West Conference,
correct,
the amount of question marks at the quarterback position
everywhere
throughout the conference, that there is a majority of teams in this league that this week will tell you,
I don't know,
we can get to 6 wins. There's a path for us to get to 6 wins.
Yeah,
I think there's going to be a whole lot of that. I don't know about teams that feel like, we're going to put 8-9 wins together, but I think there's going to be a lot of teams walking around going, we can be bowl eligible.
Well, there's one team, right? I mean, you'd bet your house Boise State's going to be the preseason favorite, right?
Yes.
Like they have been, I think,
got
every
the
year.
Quarterback, got the talent.
Every year we've been there, right? But this year, I get it. They're coming off the playoff. They get a lot back. I got to believe UNLV will be number 2 in the poll. Correct?
Yeah, and
they were last year.
Just the opposite of what we're talking about here. It's, all right, you got a lot of big name transfers, ton of dudes from Power 5 conferences, but how are they going to look at UNLV?
Well, I think people believe in a coach who's won in the SEC, and it's going to be a guy who's coming up from Idaho. It's going to be proven to me, right? I mean, that's fair. They got a few guys back. They got a ton of Power Conference transfers, and they have Dan Mullen as their head coach. And then the other team that I believe number 3 will be San Jose State. San Jose State's getting a lot of love. They love their quarterback. That's just where that is. And then after that, I think you can almost throw it up in the air, right?
Yes, you can.
Who's the 4th best team? Is it Fresno State? Is it Colorado State? Is it Air Force? I just don't know. And we're going to see. We're going to see. It's funny. I was, last week when I was at the Big 12, it was all about quarterbacks and all the quarterbacks who are returning. And everybody's got a quarterback back. And in this league, in the Mountain West, it's kind of the opposite. And so it'll be interesting. But so we're efforting Richard Pierce at 9 o'clock, 8:30 this morning. I'm going to get you up to date on that brand new Beer of the Month app. And you've heard about it, Albuquerque, the magazine, and Laurel was in last week. And this is their schedule to they had something scheduled for Monday. So a young lady from Albuquerque, the magazine, will be in today who worked hard and put a lot of this together. And she'll tell you about the benefits of the downloading the beer app and what it does for you. And if you like beer, it makes sense for you to, take part in this and go get discounted beer. And somebody told me back when I was in college, beer is food and food is good, ergo beer is good. Made sense, right? If beer is food,
that equation tracks,
and food is good, ergo beer is good. So then hence the beer app is good. All right, 505-246-0610. I want to get into some of the stuff over the weekend. When we get back, we're going to get into the tennis a little bit. Albuquerque's Corley sisters had a big weekend. Wimbledon was both sensational and not sensational at the same time. The ladies got away. I got thoughts on Amanda Anisimova, the American. I felt so bad, like just sitting there watching. Like I felt great for her, bad for her at the same time. I'll explain what that means as well. Numbers to get in today: 505-246-0610. Come on in, 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com. JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. We're on the Facebook, the OD and the AM. Adrian's producing the TV show. You can watch it there on our Facebook page. You can watch it on Xfinity Channel 26 throughout the state of New Mexico. And you can watch it on the YouTube channel for ProView Networks. You can also text the show. We are back up with a texter. Look at that, man. I got a text line going. There's a new message. 505-246-0610. When we get back, new blood, the passing of the torch at Wimbledon. It's the opening drive. If you've been a victim of a home or a business break-in, you know way too well that it takes officers days, hours, too long to respond. Not because they don't care, but because they simply don't have enough officers to cover all the calls they get for service. That's why I've relied on International Protective Service for years. IPS is private security, affordable private security. So when it's you, when it's your home, when it's your business, you require quicker response. And how about 7 minutes or less? Because that's typically the response time for customers of Albuquerque's and Santa Fe's International Protective Service. IPS has officers strategically placed all around Albuquerque and Santa Fe. They react quickly, and often they catch criminals in the act. They'll detain those criminals. The police come and pick them up. IPS can provide standing guards if you want eyes on your property around the clock. They'll install alarms and camera systems, and they have a state-of-the-art facility monitoring those cameras 24/7. This all raises the level of security around your home and your business. So when you're not there, they're watching your home. Who's watching your home when you're not there? Make sure it's the good guys, not the bad guys. 505-897-2420 is the number. Area code 505-897-2420. They're online at ipsglobal.com. International Protective Service is passionate about making Albuquerque and Santa Fe better and safer places to live and work.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area.
And greatest of all times. I don't know how much of the Wimbledon you caught, the ladies or the gentlemen, but this was spectacular, and it was spectacular for him to come back after losing in the fashion in which he lost to the same player at a Grand Slam event just 5 weeks prior, and to come back and do it and roll through it. And it was a good watch. It was way better than the ladies' watch was, but it was a good watch. I don't know if you caught any of it, but I think you can appreciate the magnitude, the athleticism, the sports story behind it. And you can't have the rivalry until they each beat each other, right? I think you got a rivalry now for a long time.
Yeah, you see the talent involved, and these are the crossover events. You know, the Grand Slams or the majors in golf, like when you have the best playing at the highest level, you notice that. And Alcaraz has been doing some really good things over the last few years, and you just see that these are two players that we're going to be talking about in the biggest events and expecting their paths across plenty moving forward.
Yeah, it was terrific. The ladies on Saturday morning, not so much. It was under an hour, and Iga Swiatek beat Amanda Anisimova, the American. Love and love. 6-love, 6-love. Swiatek did not lose a set throughout Wimbledon. She went through the entire tournament, the entire fortnight, as they call it, without dropping a set, winning everything in straight sets. For Anisimova to reach the final, and we talked about her on Thursday when she got in, and she beat the number 1 seed that day, and I felt for her, dude. Like, I was watching her, and she first of all, Swiatek was just better, okay, just better. But Anisimova, it was off her game. I believe that the moment probably might have been a little big for her. It kind of felt that way. Her mom flew in from the States for the final. She had her people there. This is the young lady I told you, it left the game and was dealing with mental health issues and kind of got her stuff together and went public with it and got beat love and love. And I thought she was so good in her post-match. You know how they do that on the court where they do the post-match. And, she broke down and she cried. She talked about her mom and she praised Iga. And I'm not gonna lie, dude. And I'm emotional. I get this way anyway, but I almost cried for her. Like I felt so bad for this young American woman out there, and I would have felt bad if whoever she was, but she just got pumped. I hope she comes back from this. This is one of those where I hope that is the last we've heard of Amanda Anisimova.
Yeah, anytime you see someone had a great run like that come up short, feels like, as you said, maybe the pressure got to her a little bit, just not able to be on her game. You hope that someone that can learn from that, use it, and take that step forward.
Yeah, it was one of those. If you watch the Wimbledon, it was good. The week was good. The tennis is good. Look, man, I get it. You're waiting for that American star to latch onto, and maybe you'll get one soon. Maybe you won't. But the Italian in Jannik Sinner, the Spaniard in Carlos Alcaraz are just terrific on the men's side. Swiatek is great on the ladies' side, and you've got something. You had a woman, American woman, that was there, and you had someone to root for. I just found the whole week, the second week fascinating. I didn't really get caught up into the first week. There's just so much to watch. But as you got through, Taylor Fritz was good. There were just so many good stories to watch, and so now you get the U.S. Open, and it'll be interesting to see. But you had a rivalry. All right, when we get back, I want to get into the Cooper Flag story. You're watching a guy that, I don't know, number 1 pick, the next face of the league, the new generation, pick whatever it is you want to call him. You're not watching him anymore, man. Not until next fall, because they've seen enough. They know what they've got. Just like I told Kenny Thomas on his show on Saturday. I don't know that they're going to let him play much more. They're not. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Blue Bell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own.
From a boatload to none. You catch a little bit of it? You enjoying it? I know
I'm a
that's
similar
kind of your
guy.
thing. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, what'd you get out of it? What have you watched?
Well, hopefully you did see everything that made Cooper Flagg number 1 overall pick, because he's done. And that makes a ton of sense. And a lot of yes, the rookies are exciting, but there's a lot of second, third year guys that are playing to try to get their last year picked up of their deal, playing hard. Nelly Jr. Joseph, an opportunity with the Atlanta Hawks. He's played some solid minutes in the first 2 games, and he's going to be playing professional basketball. I don't think it's going to be on an NBA roster next season, but could be G League or definitely getting paid overseas.
It's on all the time if you want to watch it. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. The story has been Cooper Flagg. And I was on Kenny's show. I called him. I did. It was on the way to the golf course on Saturday. But Kenny Thomas here on The Sports Animal. And he asked me, what do you think about Cooper Flagg, and what do you think about Cooper and Bronny? And Isaiah was trying to explain to me how Bronny shut down Cooper and defended him in the post. And I'm like, you got to stop. Like, I appreciate why the networks played up Bronny versus Cooper. I would too, because I need people to watch and they're the names. Please stop. Like, Bronny James isn't in Cooper Flagg's league. He
He's
didn't
not.
shut him down.
Did not shut him down.
And I told Kenny on Saturday morning before he played Saturday night, I said, pardon me. It's kind of what I said on our show the next day. Pardon me if I don't pass judgment on Cooper Flagg on a sample size of one summer league game. Nor will I pass judgment on sample size of two. I've watched Cooper Flagg play college basketball. I saw him play his 2 summer league games. Cooper Flagg is going to be a damn good and soon to be star in the NBA. The Mavericks have seen enough. They're shutting him down. And I told Kenny, I said, I don't think they're going to let him play much more. I think they're going to let him play a game or two more and shut him down. They did. The number 1 pick in the draft scored 31 points Saturday night in a game against San Antonio, which they featured the number 2 pick of the draft, Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper was good. But Cooper Flagg was 10 of 21 from the floor. Remember, in his opener, he was 5 of 21. He had 10 points. This time he had 31. He said after it, quote, I think it's a new environment, new setting. They want to see me be aggressive and do that type of stuff. I think I did that a lot better today. Just getting the line, getting fouled. That helped me get comfortable and get settled in early. Look, man, they know what they have. I a little bit surprised that they sent him out there at all, to be honest with you. I'm not getting that guy hurt. I'm not getting him targeted. I don't have to worry about, well, he's got to adjust to this league. He will be fine. Let me go evaluate some other talent.
I'm glad they sent him out there.
Yeah,
because actually, if you listen to Cooper Flagg after the first game, he went through an experience where he was nervous. And it's one of those things like, yeah, he's the number 1 pick. He knows it has the talent. But he had to get some things out. He's going to go through that again. First game of the regular season. But I think it's good to send him out there in an atmosphere. And yeah, you're coming off Duke, March Madness, focal point, all the hype. But to be in a situation now in Vegas where there's a ton of media scrutiny, a lot of NBA players around, a lot of pressure just for you to instantly perform because they're like, of course, it's Summer League, number 1 pick should do great. I think that's why you see the top picks go to Summer League, play a few games. In most cases, ultimately do get shut down, but it's become a good first taste. It's going to be the same nerves, even more pressure to get to the regular season, but NBA teams absolutely see the value of these few weeks.
Yeah, and I think that's right. And I think he got some of that out. Like, there will be nerves when he goes out and makes his pro debut in the fall. It's going to be a little bit different than Summer League. It's going to be different players on the other side than it is in Summer League. I got no problem with them doing it. I'm surprised a little bit that they did. I don't think they needed to, but I think it was the right move, and I'm good with it. And Mavericks fans maybe get excited because they saw him score 31 points against some guys wearing Spurs uniforms. That's cool. And you got a glimpse, and I just don't know that I thought that there was any sort of, I don't know, question about it. Like, do you remember what Wemby did in Summer League last year or 2 years ago? Whenever he was 2 years ago, right? Do you remember him in Summer League? I remember it being a big deal. I don't remember what he did.
No, I don't think you specifically remember any stat lines of anything, but it's just the debut and certain players you look at. And, if Cooper Flagg went back-to-back games, 5 for 21.
Oh.
Yeah.
What a wasted pick.
That's going to be the time that people fill, even though, right there with you don't read too much one way or the other in Summer League. But it's the small things that occur that Mavs quickly said, all right, we got what we wanted out of Cooper, and let's go.
Yeah. All right. I was fine with it. I liked it. I kind of expected it. Anything else standing out from you or for you or anybody else out of Summer League that just kind of said, what do you think of the 2 pick? What do you think of? I mean, is there anybody else that's just going, whoa, look at that?
Whoa, look at that. I actually like a lot of what we've seen from some of the undrafted guys. Okay. Watching Hepburn out of Louisville play really hard for Toronto. And, guys like that are super fascinating because that's so many of the initial two-way deals, but then guys that can earn opportunities. Like you look at Ryan Nebhard, he had a really good first few games coming out. An undrafted guard.
Playing for the Lakers.
And you look at guys like that, because there's only 60 picks, but there's plenty of roster spots available, and a lot of the undrafted guys are dudes that had a lot of experience. Look at LJ Cryer and what he did at Houston. Right? He was the run that Houston went on, the undrafted guy playing for the Warriors. And there's a lot of players like that I find are fascinating, because felt like the league was starting to value guys like that more, but still we have a lot of highly productive players that went on deep NCAA tournament runs that ended up being undrafted, but will show you that they can be difference makers in the NBA.
All right. Other NBA stuff. How's this thing going to play out with the Nuggets? Because the trade between the Nuggets and Sacramento, the Jonas Valanciunas trade, was made official. Valanciunas is going to be the backup center for the Nuggets if he shows, but he is being pursued by a team in Greece, and by most reports is seriously considering he'd rather play in Greece than in Denver. The Nuggets have maintained they expect Valanciunas to honor his NBA contract. He's got 2 years left, $20 million on it. He was good, man. He's not the star. He didn't need to be. You got Jokic, 10.4 points, 7.7 rebounds for the Kings and Wizards last season. His contract theoretically is binding, right? So it does not allow him to pursue or accept other professional opportunities unless both sides reach a buyout. With the Nuggets, they're saying we're not doing that. I don't know, man. What's going to prevent him from going back and playing in Greece? I mean, he's got this contract.
Yeah, if he just leaves,
Yeah.
who's going to stop him?
Yeah.
Like, is there anything that's
He can't
stopping
come-
him from
he can't come
signing?
back.
He's not going to. But if he leaves, he's
Right.
done with his NBA career.
That's correct.
And there's a reason that the Nuggets are very adamant they don't want to buy out. Valanciunas is a very good backup center for them. A dude that's started plenty of games in the NBA, 33 years old, and this is a regular season move. This is, at times, can you take the load off of Jokic? That's the regular season, because you get to the postseason, you're going to get all Nikola Jokic, all you can handle. And this is the best backup center they've had. I know DeAndre Jordan's been on the team, but this is someone that can actually get you buckets, get you boards, do a little bit more than just be a pick and roll player like DeAndre Jordan. This is a big need for the Nuggets when they want to be more versatile in the regular season.
Yeah, I think that's right. And this will be a little bit of a drama to play out. All right, 505-246-0610. Emails are coming in, Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com, JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. I got SCC Media Days underway today, so you'll hear a lot out of that. Diego Pavia is there, and we'll hear what he has to say. After being at the fight the other night, you see him in Nashville the other night? He was ringside at the Mean Machine Steve Garcia fight. And when they took him and they showed there's the Vanderbilt baseball coach, and there's this fighter, and that's Vanderbilt quarterback Diego Pavia. You'll see him. Oh, come on. Diego Pavia. Come on. We got to be better than that, don't we? I guess we don't. I guess not. When we get back, Rockies. You had something to celebrate. And it had nothing to do with the score on the baseball field yesterday. What is that? And is it kind of Back to the Future? You sure as hell hope so. We'll get into that when we get back. Getting engaged? How do you know you're getting the perfect ring? Oh, you know you got the perfect woman. You know you got the perfect relationship. How do you know you're getting the perfect ring? John Thomas Jewelers will make sure of that. How can they do that? They've got something called the No Regrets ring. Look, this is one of the hardest things. How do you know she's going to love the ring? Well, at John Thomas Jewelers right now, they got over 3,000 men's and women's bridal rings for you to go look at. You can also design one. And anything you design with them at John Thomas Jewelers is done right there on premises in their state-of-the-art design center. You'll see it in 3D. You can preview it in 3D printed wax before they make it in precious metals. And if she wants something different, even after you propose, you can exchange the ring for 1 year with no penalty. to make sure she has exactly what she wants. Plus, all their rings come with a free lifetime nationwide warranty. Their diamonds are hand-selected by John Thomas Jewelers in Antwerp, Belgium, which is the diamond capital of the world. It's the no regrets ring, and it is exclusively at John Thomas Jewelers. It's a pretty amazing offer when you think about it. Go by and see them. They're my jeweler. You'll understand why they're my jeweler. They're going to become yours as well. They're on the third floor of the Lewis University building on Louisiana, 1 block south of Manal. See why they've been voted the best jeweler in Albuquerque 4 straight years, voted one of the coolest jewelry stores in America. It's John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games.
The stressor.
And everyone else like, yeah, when you implement this model where, all right, revenue sharing coming in, and yet there's no contracts and no one's held accountable on anything, and you think that just because that there's more money thrown into the system and it's coming from schools that it's going to clean things up? Not at all.
What do you think of Deion Sanders saying there should be a...
He's right, man. Like, if you want to make money, like, there's no other pro league that operates like this, and this is essentially pro sports now.
I think coming from him, it resonates a little bit more too, doesn't it?
So many people, yes, you're right, and it's been some people have been talked about, and it goes back to, yeah, you're going to have some sort of players union, man, whether you're classified as employees or not. Like, you cannot get anywhere if there's no transparency, there is zero accountability, and then everything is just going to lead to another lawsuit.
Well, yes, and that means the other side's got to get involved. And who's the other side? So, all right, we'll get there. I teased this baseball story, and I want to hit this because did you watch the draft last night at all?
I followed it. I didn't watch it.
Okay, I watched the first 4 picks because I was really, really interested in the Ethan Holiday story. And the top of the draft was a surprise. And it kind of slipped down, and Ethan Holiday is the Gatorade Player of the Year out of Oklahoma and happens to be the son of former Rocky and 7-time All-Star Matt Holiday. Matt Holiday, so if Todd Helton's Mr. Rocky, is Matt Holiday kind of up there as, like, he was a big part of that World Series team. He still hadn't touched home plate.
His chin did. Yes, Matt Holiday is upper tier Rocky royalty.
So when his son Ethan got picked with the 4th overall pick by the Rockies, it was pretty cool viewing, and all the pictures came out of Ethan with a purple bat and a pacifier when he was, a year and a half old, and when he was, his dad holding him in his hands. He was born in 2006? It's kind of crazy. I just read he's the first round pick to be selected by a team his father played on. And by the way, he's really good. So he was the Gatorade Player of the Year at Stillwater High School. I'm sorry, at the high school in his brother plays at Stillwater. His brother plays for the Orioles. This is, I don't know, does this rejuvenate you? Is it something to celebrate? Is it something that maybe we didn't screw up the draft? Because this is a guy that was considered to be a top 2 or 3 pick and slid to number 4. You might have got one of the best players. Well, you did get one of the best players. You might have got the best player in the draft.
It is the hardest draft to get excited about. We're talking about a high school
100%.
That might not make his major league debut for 6 years.
I promise that won't happen. You think they're going to let him linger in the minors for 6 years?
He's like 17 years old.
We're watching dudes pop up like now, right? I give it 2 years. He'll be 19. He'll be in the bigs.
If he's that good, that would be
in
fantastic.
this organization, where they're dying for stars.
Yeah, but I also don't want to see them put this kid in Major League Baseball
just to make him
him there because his last name's Holiday.
Yeah. I agree with that 100%. I just don't know that I think that there's a whole lot of traffic in front of them that's going to keep them down. That's all I'm saying. Right? You get into an organization and there's 6 layers in front of you. You're a shortstop. You got to beat the guy at short season and long season, and then AA and AAA, big leagues, and right there's all these layers in front of you. I just don't know that I think that. Tell me what I'm worried about in front of him.
I'm worried about not ruining the kid.
No, that's right. That part to rushing him.
The same thing happened, with his older brother in Baltimore. Just thought he's going to step in and be awesome right away. That's not the way baseball works. That's few and far between.
Well, that's always my fear when you're drafting 17-year-old kids, right? Paul Skeens made it to the big leagues, but he spent 3 years at LSU. He made it to the big leagues right away. I was just talking to, there's a local prospect who's going to be in the draft next year. I was talking to his dad the other day, and they're already talking about, he's committed to college. He's committed to a major school, but more and more the scouts are telling him, hey, here's where you may go. Here's where the money may be. He may be drafted right out of an Albuquerque high school next year in the first round. And then what?
And then you go to your college and say, is my NIL deal match this?
and at this particular college, it might be. I mean, that's where the signing bonus has to be $3-4 million. It's got probably $4 million as a signing bonus, plus, what's my track? I think it's great for them. I do. I think it's really, really cool. That the Rockies, I think this worked out. I mean, as a Rocky fan, is there a little bit of, I don't know, just a little bit of, did you smile for a second? Understanding
it's a great story. No doubt about it.
I mean, they're 22 and 74.
But again, it's an 18-year-old kid coming right out of high school.
Yeah. Which was Bryce Harper was the same way.
And how long ago was that?
Yeah. No, I understand. It's not the absolute.
That's an elite player. Could this be an elite player? Absolutely.
Weren't all the top picks? So 3 of the top 4 were out of high school, right? They took the pitcher out of LSU third. The Mariners did. But weren't the 1, 2, and 4? Weren't they all right out of high school? I'm almost certain they were. I'll find it. Where the hell is it? Here. Yeah, I'll find it for you. Why is it so hard? Give me, just draft. Give me the draft. All right, we'll do some beer for you. Beer is good because beer is food, and do that at 8:30. Working on some Lobo football stuff for you as well. We'll have Lobo football's general manager in studio tomorrow. That's kind of cool, right? The new general manager position. Yeah, the number 1 pick, Eli Willits, was out of a high school. No, 2 and 3 were college. The Angels took the pitcher, Tyler Bremer, out of UC Santa Barbara. I think Kate Anderson went 3rd from LSU. So 2 of the top 4. 505-246-0610. Let's play radio this morning. I want to hear from you coming off a big weekend. It's the opening drive. He's J.J. Buck. I'm Jeff Symbieta on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Everguard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Everguard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to
Movement this morning in college athletics. A little realignment news for you. Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Monday. Hope you had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. It is the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The sports animal, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Got some NFL stuff for you. A lot of college football stuff with the SEC. Media Day is getting underway today, and their commissioner, Greg Sankey, giving his address. Mountain West will go on Wednesday. We'll be in Vegas on Wednesday morning, and Gloria Navarez goes at 8 o'clock Pacific time, which will be 9 o'clock our time, and I'll be there for that. JJ, this is in the conference in which New Mexico State currently resides. The Conference USA is losing a member. The CEOs of the Sun Belt Conference this morning voted to invite Louisiana Tech from Conference USA to the Sun Belt, replacing Texas State. So they're at 14 teams. So when Louisiana Tech will play obviously this year in Conference USA, they might have to play a second year. They got to negotiate what the exit fee is going to be, because Texas State took the thing right down to the last hour. But no surprise here. So Conference USA is losing a member, JJ, and it is Louisiana Tech's going to Sun Belt. I don't think this is a surprise. A little bit of a hit for Conference USA, I think. Don't you?
Yes, it is.
So once Louisiana Tech departs, Conference USA will be comprised of New Mexico State. I was a little surprised they didn't go after Western Kentucky and or Middle Tennessee as well, but it'll be Western Kentucky, Middle Tennessee, Delaware, Florida International, Jacksonville State, Kennesaw State, Liberty, Missouri State, Sam Houston, because UTEP will be gone. Missouri State and Delaware are in. So, I think it's a pretty decent hit for Conference USA. No surprise. Sunbelt has made moves, man. Sunbelt has made a lot of moves as far as their group of 5 status and now group of 6 status over the last few years. They've done a hell of a job building their programs. You don't have to love their brands, but they've been competitive. And, they took a lot of teams out of the MAC, out of the old Conference USA. And they performed. App State's performed. Georgia Southern's performed. James Madison has been terrific. Right? It's become a pretty competitive league.
It has been, and that's what you're looking to do right now. And the group of 6 is find ways to stay competitive, find some consistency, solid revenue sharing from your media deals. Just do what you can to get the media partners interested and keep your footing.
Yeah. So that's that. I'll watch more, and I'll get you here a little bit coming out of the SEC Media Day as we go through. 505-246-0610. Just got word Richard Pierce going to be with us at 9:30. The Lobo lineman. So Frank has got that done for us. So I'm looking forward to that because I actually was thinking about that this weekend. Richard Pierce, one of the few guys that is returning and the only starter on the offensive line. I want to hear from him perspective on what it was like when it all went down, and then it feels like everybody who's here is loving playing under Jason Eck, right? And I kind of want to hear the player's perspective on that.
It's always a new challenge when you have that turnover, but to be able to maintain a player like Richard Pierce that was very good last year, can still be a voice in that room and impactful player on the line. I'm right there with you. How they develop an offensive line again,
yes,
at UNM, and then just putting all these pieces together with new coaching staff.
Yeah. All right, so we'll do that coming up at 9:30. Looking forward to that. All right, NFL stuff. Camps are opening this week. San Francisco 49ers. How good? And I always hate asking questions like this. How good or how much? How good of a receiver? How big of a piece is Juwan Jennings for the San Francisco 49ers?
Their number 2 wide receiver.
Okay.
Isn't he? Going into the season, you have last year's first-round pick, Ricky Pearsall, that excited for the full offseason.
After getting shot.
Yeah. And then getting back on the field late. Brandon Ayuk coming off of an ACL injury. Your running back is coming off a season in which he had tendonitis in both his Achilles. And Juwan Jennings is a very important piece.
Juwan Jennings wants to get paid. Scheduled to make $7.5 million this year, which is the final year of his contract. He said today, give me a new deal or trade me. Didn't they just go through this with Brandon Ayuk last year? Kind of exact deal with a way better receiver. Do you think Brandon Ayuk's a way better receiver? Because I do. I think there's a lot of Juwan Jennings. I like Juwan Jennings. I think he's good, man. And is he underpaid at $7.5 million? Probably. I think he's a good receiver. Now, I don't know what he thinks he's getting. And he had like 2 or 3 good games where everybody snapped him up on fantasy football and thought he was the greatest thing ever. Well, that's because everybody else was out. But he went to the 49ers about his request. Evidently, there has been little progress. Adam Schefter's reporting this. If a new deal is not reached by the time training camp starts next week, Juwan Jennings plans to request a trade to a team who's willing to pay him. Now, he's not expected to be a holdout, but he's not expected to be a happy camper either. Ayuk, remember they signed him last year and then he blew his ACL. He's making close to $25 million this year. 49ers extended Juwan Jennings through 2025 last year. They feel they've treated him pretty well. They feel like, hey, man, you were nothing. We gave you the $7 million. Well, not nothing, but you right? We extended you. But there's a model here Jonnu Smith used it with the Dolphins. When he asked the Dolphins for a new deal, they wouldn't meet his wishes. He requested a trade. He wound up being traded to Pittsburgh, and he signed a 1-year, $12 million deal. Big deal, no deal, little deal that Juwan Jennings is holding out there with Deebo Samuel gone?
Little deal.
Okay.
Anytime you have a productive player that could cause a stir might not be there. You understand it. But, too, if you're at San Francisco, you just paid Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
You still got Ayuk money, the rest of CMC, Kittle pieces, and they did a lot of retooling, man. That's why they let some defensive players go. It's kind of a reset year cap-wise and talent-wise. If healthy, yeah, this team should be competitive next year. You should be able to bounce back because health was the biggest thing for this squad last season. And one thing with San Francisco, you're not going to let Juwan Jennings derail anything. If someone was willing to pay him, you'd rather not trade someone right now. But they say, all right, that's why you took Pearsall in the first round. And that's why you try to develop other players in the roster. You got Christian McCaffrey coming back. He's exceptional in the pass game.
With all due respect, I'm not blowing up anything for Juwan Jennings. I think Juwan Jennings is good. He's your number 2 receiver. And like you said, I got Ricky Pearsall, who I think is going to be good this year. Went out and got DeMarcus Robinson, who's performed in this league. They got Jacob Cowing is there, who I believe is a young receiver that's got a lot of potential. With all due respect, he has made plays for me. He's had big games. I want him there. I'll extend him to, what should he make, $12 million? Is he a $12 million receiver?
Yeah, that seems fair.
All right. I don't know how that fits under their cap. But if dude thinks he's getting paid like a number 1, go ahead and find yourself that spot that's going to do it for you. I'm not blowing this thing up, and I'm not letting this just blow up camp either. I'm just not. Also with the Niners, Kyle Juszczyk, their fullback, was talking about Christian McCaffrey. JJ was just talking about the running back who was out with the the Achilles tendonitis. Quote, Christian's arguably the best player in the NFL. He was the offensive player of the year 2 years ago. He changes everything, and he looks incredible. He looks so healthy. He looks so explosive. That was his quote. Remember, he began last season on the injured list. You all drafted him number 1 except for JJ. He's the only guy who had a number 1 pick and didn't take him with the number 1 pick in the fantasy draft.
That is correct.
He ended the season on the injured reserve. He missed 8 games with bilateral Achilles tendonitis. Played 167 snaps. He is the key, man. And everybody says he looks great. And I don't know where he's going to go in your fantasy draft. He's either going to be a steal or you're going to be bummed. But if he comes back, he's the key to them being a contender in that division or not. Flat out.
Oh, yeah. He's when he's on, he is still one of the best players in the NFL. Makes Brock Purdy look like a completely different quarterback, explosive player. And so you have these two conversations, right? You just led into the real-life implications for the 49ers and then the fantasy implications. And Christian McCaffrey is there. You're in a 10, 12-team draft, and he goes outside the top 5 picks. I'm taking him in the first round then.
Yeah. How deep down? How far?
Because there's a chance he could be outside the top 5.
No, I understand. So if you're drafted like 6, 7, 8, and he's still sitting there?
Because you can come back
what
around.
What about 3, 4, 5?
That's a little tougher because I think then Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan Robinson.
Who's number
less
1 to you?
risk.
Is Bijan not number 1 to you?
I think Gibbs and Bijan are really close.
Yeah.
I think like a number 1 overall pick. I still think Jamar Chase is in the running for that just because we're talking about a dude that can have a game that wins you a weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. 216 yards and 4 touchdowns. Yeah. All right. We got beer coming up at 8:30. Albuquerque the Magazine is going to be in town. I got your emails and texts are coming in. Emails Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com. JJ at sportsanimалabq.com, and the texts are coming in at 505-246-0610. Got some more NFL news for you as camps get open as well, including the Cowboys saying they're going to ramp up their talks, or at least there's a report that the Cowboys are going to ramp up their talks with Micah Parsons. The Barge Landscape is your spot. Thinking about doing something with that yard that's gotten away from you? Me too. It just got away from me. And I admit my blind spots, maintenance on my yard. I don't have a green thumb. I don't have a ton of time. I'm not going to lie. I don't love yard work. Not that anybody does. LaBarge Landscape is who I called. They came out, take a look at it, said, look, I want to clean up. Do you want this tree out? What do you want with this? I need my sprinkler system overhauled. Can you help me with that? Absolutely. I need some help with the spark spots here. Okay, what do you want here? You want this guy? Like just walk through it. And they're beautiful. They are flat out beautiful. Family owned and operated. They're a local company. They specialize in professional landscape construction, maintenance, cleanups, irrigation, design, synthetic turf, walls, whatever it is you need. LaBarge is your answer. You can trust them. They are bonded, licensed, and insured. That means you don't have to worry about someone not doing the job. They will do what they say, and they're going to do it with incredible pride. They'll treat your property like it's theirs. They're going to clean up after themselves. They're going to do everything. The detail is tremendous. There's over 80 years of experience over at LaBarge Landscape. That's why I trust them. Man, this is one of those things. Who are you going to call? You're going to call the guy your buddy has, or the baggie that showed up in your driveway with a couple rocks? No. Call somebody who's got the great reputation, who's been doing great work in our community for a long time. That is LaBarge Landscape. That's who I called. Give them a call. The number is 505-345-3000. Area code 505-345-3000. Look at them online. You can book an appointment there. LaBarge, L-A-B-A-R-G-E. LaBargeLandscape.com. Whether your project is small or large, the answer is easy. It's LaBarge Landscape.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
I'm David C. Chavis, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
Mexico's first sports book.
Yeah, camps are going to start this week, man. It's kind of football season. Text line, Steve from Michigan, the guy that I believe went 19th to Baltimore like Irish, went to the same high school as his father. His dad was a good player, but never made it to the bigs. Okay. Down with that. Good morning, fellas. Jeff, just a shout out to Twin Peaks Sports Bar. Went on Friday. Plan on returning soon. What a well-run business. Drinks, great food. They kick ass. Had an awesome evening. Thanks. You're welcome. You had a good time over there. All right, your emails, Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com. JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. Lars wants to know, why do we never hear about attendance for your game, Hefe? It's all we hear about for soccer, especially when they play at home. Saturday, the headline was in front of 11,000 plus frenzied fans. The result of the match was buried in the story. Look, man, we put the attendance in every story. United tends to lead with it because they have league-leading attendance. That's how they write their stories. And, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. Our attendance is always, it's never not in the story or never not available. Should we lead with attendance? United tends to do that. They've got league-leading attendance, right? They're proud of that.
Yeah.
Would the lead have been they won if they won, as opposed to the attendance?
Well, they don't write post-game articles, so.
No, they're press release. They write their press release.
But it's usually just it's not really in depth, but it's always there. But, yeah.
Bourne, did you watch the Tahoe golf, Jeffy? That's the funnest event of the summer. They have a good thing going because of their post time. They found a weekend where there's not much else going on. It was that WNBA or Big Three on the tube. It's from Bourne. Yeah, I did. I saw the last round of it. Steph was right there, and then he like took I want to say an 8 on the last hole. He hit 2 out of bounds. Joe Pavelski, the hockey player, won, JJ. I love that event. And they play good golf, man. Some of those guys are just, they're sticks. Yeah, I did watch some of that. Go First says, Duck Pond update. Last week they were working on lighting, Jeffy. It's critical folks were able to see the ducks morning, noon, and night. Appreciate that. Bill's in on Isotopes. Meanwhile, the Monument, Reno, has been the most disappointing team in your league. Weren't they picked like second in the preseason PCL poll? If mediocrity is going to make a second half run, it has to start this week, right? Sure. Was there a preseason PCL poll, JJ?
I'm sure our listeners put one together.
Yeah. Rod said, say hello to Wayne Newton for me, and remember you can drink water when you're in Vegas. Got it. Appreciate you. I mean, who knew? I think that's for the most part what I'm going to read to you from what you sent in. 505-246-0610. You're welcome to get in as well. John Elway was cleared of any charges in the death of his longtime friend and business partner, Jeff Spurbeck. Remember, this was the story back in April. They were in California, and Elway was playing golf with his longtime business partner and his agent. And evidently Spurbeck fell out of the cart, right? And he died from the injuries. And everybody's like, well, was Elway drinking? And because Elway was driving the cart. I mean, I'm going to guess there's a pretty good chance he had a beer or two on the golf course. I'm not gonna lie. I've had a beer or two on the golf course. I enjoy it. I'm gonna guess most of you do too. Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco said that the investigation in the death has concluded. Quote, "It's over. We've talked to everyone involved and we found nothing new. There was nothing criminal. It's what we have been saying all along, that this was a tragic accident," end quote. See, JJ, we live in a society where there has got to be someone to blame for everything. Things can't just happen. Nothing can happen organically. Nothing can happen without someone being held accountable, correct? And I know there were people, whether they knew anything about this or not, wanted a pound of flesh. Whether they'd ever heard of Jeff Spurbeck before, they wanted somebody to be held accountable. And sometimes, I mean, look, I wasn't there. Could the dude have just fallen out of the cart? Yeah, I imagine he can. I've seen weird things happen in golf carts, man. You keep your leg out and your ankle gets snapped on the curb, hanging out of a golf cart. Oh, I've seen that, dude. That horrible. I don't know. I mean, I feel it feels like John Elway's gonna have to live with this the rest of his life. Like that, he's been through it, man. I if they did their investigation and found nothing, I'm fine with it. Like
that's
to me,
the
there
answer
doesn't have to be a
it.
cover.
If something happened, then you want someone to be held accountable. If not, there you go.
Yeah.
And they announce it, and that's the conclusion, at least for that story publicly.
Yeah, I mean, this was one of his best buddies. He's got to live with this his whole life, man. I just, maybe sometimes bleep happens, and there doesn't have to be someone to hold accountable. But fine. One other NFL thing. Quinshawn Judkins. He's a rookie running back for the Cleveland Browns. Arrested on domestic violence and battery charges on Saturday in Fort Lauderdale. He's 21 years old. He had his initial court appearance on Sunday morning, and so you got that to watch if you're into the police blotter stuff. All right, 505-246-0610. Richard Pierce going to join us coming up at 9:30 this morning. He is the Lobo. All right, I got to go track down our guest. He is the Lobo lineman, and he's going to be with us coming up at 9:30. When we come back, some beer stuff from Albuquerque the Magazine. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Blue Bell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit International Protective Service.
Pierce Lobo lineman is scheduled to be with us coming up at 9:30. They get out of workouts, and then JJ, they're off to Vegas, and it's media day, and it is we worked hard, and our staff, we're ready for a great season. I think we're gonna have a great year, and we'll be in Vegas for media day. SEC's going on right now. It's football season, so we're in it. You ready to be in it?
I'm ready.
It's only 112 degrees in Vegas, I think. All right, this is really cool. Lara Lynch was in on I want to say Thursday, the publisher of Albuquerque the magazine. They had a big launch party, which I missed on Tuesday of last week. the Albuquerque the Magazine's been working on this for years. It's called Beers of the City, powered by Albuquerque the Magazine. It is an app where you download it. More so, is it an app or is it a website?
It's more of a website.
Yeah, where you sign up on
where
the
you
website.
sign up and then you can save it to your home screen.
Okay, Addie is here from Albuquerque the Magazine, who has worked on this, and this has been one of your projects. So Addie's been working the magazine for this summer, and I know this is one of your big projects to go out and really launch this. So you were one of those who went out and tried to secure and did secure many of the breweries. So explain, if you can, just kind of what the app is and what the advantages are, because I'm going to guarantee you the majority of people who are listening like beer, and they like saving money on beer.
Yeah, two great things. So the app is called Beers of the City, and it's going to be for $8 a month. You're going to get 2 half-off pints of beer per month per participating brewery.
So if I go to Addie's Brewery on Monday and I can get 2 half off, right? Then I go to JJ's Brewery on Tuesday, I get 2 half off at his place, and then I go to Bob's Brewery on the next day, I get 2 half off there.
Yep, exactly. And then you can go back a month from today, back to my brewery, and you can get 2 half-off pints again.
Everyone wins. All right, go on. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, so 2 half-off pints per month per participating brewery. We've got, I think, 30 locations on board all over the town. Edgewood, Rio Rancho, Northeast Heights, West Side, all over town. And in addition to the 2 half-off pints, there's also food coupons, merch coupons, just depending on each brewery. So it's a really cool program. I'm not a beer drinker. Surprise.
Well, there's a few reasons for that.
But the great thing about it is there's...
one of them might be your age.
Yeah, that might be part of it.
Yeah, that's all right.
But there's great food coupons, too. So let's just say next week you and I decide we want to go to the West Side. We want to go to Unhinged Brewing together.
Who doesn't? Yeah.
So you can get you can tap off your half price pint of beer, and I can get, say, 20% off a pizza.
All right, so we'll go there for dinner next Tuesday night?
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, does that work for you?
Yeah.
Where is it?
It's on the West Side.
Is that where JJ lives?
It's all the way out on 98th Street.
Do you know that place, dude?
It ain't that far.
That's out in your hood?
It is.
All right. So here's the deal. There is a price to it, right? There is an $8 monthly fee to this, correct?
Correct.
All right. So $8, essentially your first 2 beers pay for.
Yeah. Again, like, I'm not a beer drinker. I've come to learn that's in about 2 beers it pays for itself. And if you're out there enjoying more than 2 beers a month, it basically pays for itself.
And it gives you an opportunity to kind of get turned on to a bunch of breweries that maybe you didn't know about. And this city, and Laurel was talking about this, one of the great craft beer cities in America is Albuquerque, New Mexico. We're a great fight town. There's a lot of great things about it. Our sunsets are unbelievable. The mountains, the views, the colors. The beer is really good. And it maybe, look, everybody's got their spot. If you like this spot or that spot, I don't know who's on there or not, because a lot of the places close to our house, I guess, aren't on there.
Not
right?
yet. Not yet.
Not yet? You're going to work on that?
I'm going to work on it.
Well, once they see how good this is and the benefits of it, it's going to go. Why the magazine want to do this? Why was this so important to the magazine?
It's a great way. It boosts it gets people out. It gets people into the local community, trying out new breweries. One of my favorite features that Laryl was showing me when he was showing me is the map. So if, we end up on the West Side and we have no idea what breweries are over there, it'll show us what breweries are near us.
I got to download this app.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do that as we go. So talk. I want you. I'm going to do this as we go. I want you to talk a little bit about how it was when you went out to the breweries, because some of them, I guess, were a little skeptical and took a wait and see, and others were like, I totally get this. I want in.
Yeah. So I've been interning at Albuquerque the Magazine all summer, and I think it was my second week there. Laryl calls me into his office, gives me a huge spreadsheet of every brewery in the city pretty much, and says, you're going to call all of these, you're going to get me a meeting with all of these places. I'm like, holy moly.
Is that what you said?
Sure.
Yeah. I know. Holy moly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
And it was calling these places, and I'm 19 years old. I'm a little bit afraid of phone calls sometimes, as it turns out, and it just boosted my confidence in really explaining to these breweries the benefit to the local breweries, because it's great for the customer because you're getting half off beer, but it's also great for these breweries because it's driving new business in the door. Yeah. Who doesn't, if you use your 2 taps at, let's just say, Dripline, brewery
So
downtown.
what it cost Drip Line, half a beer, but they sold half a beer, but it got somebody in the door, and they're probably buying a burger.
Yeah, and you use your 2 taps at one place downtown. You look on the app, you see where else you could go. You try a new place, turns out you love it. Everybody wins.
And then the map feature is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's really good. All right, so here's walk people through again how to download, because I know there's somebody going, I'm thirsty, I want a beer. It's beer 30 somewhere. How do I get involved with this?
Yeah, so you're going to go to beersofthecity.com.
Okay.
And then, let me see it on your end since I have my account made. So it's going to bring you to this screen. Half off brews, 2 draft pints, whatever. There's going to be a button that says become a member. So you're going to hit the become a member button.
And become a member.
Yeah, it's going to walk you through first, last name, email address, phone number. It's going to take your information, all that good stuff.
And if you want out, you can get out whenever you want. It's $8 a month. And again, I mean, if you're saving, you're saving it right away. And I love it. How's it been over there?
It's amazing. I do not have enough kind things to say about Laurel and Gina. It's because
Well, they're listening.
I know they're listening.
All right, so let's pull back the curtain. And I mean, if you haven't got this, so Addie is interning at Albuquerque the Magazine. Addie is my daughter. I believe this to be the first time I've been doing this show. JJ, next week or 2 weeks, 2 weeks from today is our 17-year anniversary on the show. I believe this is the first time Addie's been on our show.
Really?
I think she didn't know where the building was, and that's my fault. I am so sorry. So I've been here 17 years. You think I'd know the address? It's 500, not 400.
Mm-hmm.
So she was over at the police station looking, which makes sense. Why is my dad not at the cop station? I'm here to bail him out. Didn't my dad get arrested last night? No, he's over there doing radio. So I apologize. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I found it.
So sorry for doing that to you. She's been over at the magazine and from all accounts just killing it. She's got some bylines in the new magazine that just came out. What's on the cover?
In the July issue, yes, Heroes of Albuquerque, which a great issue, a great way to look at some of the people who are working behind the scenes don't always get the recognition. We've got, all your go-tos, cops, firefighters. We also have some nurses, some teachers, some educators, some people running clothing banks, and just people doing amazing things in our community.
Yeah.
So if you haven't checked it out yet, we highly encourage. On the shelves at your local Albertsons, Flying Star.
Yeah, you know where they all are.
Yeah, because I had to.
and where are your bylines? So where can people read some of the stuff you wrote?
So I did the features, like the little snippets at the end of the Heroes section, and then I think I did the story about the car museum, or the train store in the car shop over on Utah, down by sort of the Uptown area. And then I did an interview with a local author about his book on the New Mexico Civil Rights Movement, and then I did an interview with someone over at Scouting America about his work with Scouting America, and then also his French toast recipe.
All right, well, I got to hit this. So I talk about you a lot on the show, just because I think you're really, really cool. B, I'm so proud of you. But being my kid and going to Michigan, right? Michigan, big sports school. All right, so. We don't have to get into the New Mexico-Michigan game. That's a given. But the fact that you've got to educate these boys in Michigan about sports, are we just hanging out with the wrong people?
I don't know.
Why is it you got to explain to them what a bowl game is? What anything west of the Mississippi is? Why don't they know anything?
I don't know. I went on a date with this guy who I had to explain. Yeah, I know.
Go ahead.
It took several hangouts for me to explain the concept first of conferences, and then reconferencing, and then a bowl game, and then there's the former New Year's Six, and there's the playoffs, and then there's the New Mexico Bowl, and also there's a bowl in New Mexico, and
there's actually running water and cable TV and
they're telling me I'm going to get air conditioning next week. Are we working on that?
We're working on it. I think it's 3 weeks away. Yeah. Maybe you should put that in the magazine. Yeah, they don't even know New Mexico exists, huh?
It's crazy. That's part of what I love about Albuquerque the Magazine. The June issue, I don't believe it's on newsstands anymore, but I think if you call Lori over at the front desk at Albuquerque the Magazine, she can hook you up, was the Newcomer's Guide to Albuquerque.
Oh, see, that's so
And
good.
it was a gorgeous...
Are you bringing it back for all those people back there?
You know I am. That is required reading for anybody who steps foot in my room.
Or into your life.
Yeah, I'm going to keep a copy in my backpack and just hand it out and be like, this is going to be on the test.
Yeah, all right. Opening day, football season. New Mexico's at the big house. I'll be there. I know you'll be there. Explain, just, I've been trying to explain to JJ, I went to the one game, what it's like just going to Michigan for pumpkin.
There's nothing like it. And, grew up in a sports family. Surprise.
Right. She's my child.
And,
yes.
you know, I've talked a lot, I've written a lot about the energy inside the pit. Imagine that. Multiply the number of people by, I don't know, 10? Because you got 100. I can't do math. I'm a business
maybe
major.
about 6. Yeah, well, I'll do it for you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, go ahead.
But you step into a stadium of 110,000 people, all screaming, all in maize and blue, all shouting the words to Mr. Brightside, all with a shared hatred of the state of Ohio. It doesn't matter who's on the field. It could be Fresno State on the field, could be New Mexico on the field. It's all about Ohio. We all just don't like Ohio.
Right.
But, God, there's nothing like it. It's electric.
It's times 7.33333. I mean, 15,000, times 7.33333 would be the 110,000.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, just doing math.
I'm not good at math.
All right, one more time on Beers of the City. So go to beersofthecity.com. It's not an app. So to take part in this, and this is a big thing, and Albuquerque the Magazine's put this thing together, go to beersofthecity.com and just follow the prompts. It says become a member. Here, I'll
If
find
I
it.
walk you through it.
Yeah, you're going to, here.
Yeah.
We're going to register me. I got to take
Yeah.
this break, but we're going to register me during the break. Pick up the magazine. It's on newsstands now. It's at Albertsons, it's at Flying Star. It's at all your favorite haunts. You liking this? What, do you want to stick around for another segment? You can. Let me ask you. Could you stick around for another segment? Well, you want to talk sports when you get back?
I probably got to get back
No.
to work.
I got both your bosses texting me. Hey, Laryl, Gina, she's going to stick around for one more segment. I'm going to get her out of here at 9 o'clock. You cool with that?
I'm good with that.
Let's talk sports with her. Let's get into you want it, JJ? You want to get into realignment and stuff? All right, Addie's here from Albuquerque the Magazine, 505-246-0610. You're welcome to get in. Richard Pierce will be with us coming up at 9:30 this morning. Hey, life's too short not to celebrate National Tequila Day, and Twin Peaks knows tequila. July 24th, enjoy top shelf favorites like the House Margarita, Tequila Sunrise, or the bold Cincoro Margarita, served over an ice ball with a tahine rim. And then from July 27th through the 31st, the summer bikini bash is on. Cool off with your favorite Twin Peaks girls and enjoy specials on shots, cans, cocktails, and martinis. It's the ultimate summer send-off, and it's only at Twin Peaks. And remember Twin Peaks for lunch every day, starting at $7.99. They got lunch combos, hearty meals. And if you're looking for a job where you can have fun and you can make great money, you can work at Twin Peaks. It's a great atmosphere over there. We just got that text from John, who went there over on Friday, had a great time. You want to work at Twin Peaks? Text WORK4TP to 85000. They're looking for cooks and bussers and servers and everything. WORK4TP 85000 and join the Twin Peaks team.
This report is sponsored by Allstate.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We aren't all born with the same opportunities. But it's the people who care that change everything.
Get ready, Sprout, get ready!
My coach. My teacher. My older sisters. My grandma. My brother. My tutor. My dad and my mom.
As New Mexicans, it's up to all of us to do our part.
So that no child goes without love.
And no family has to do it all on their own.
They're all our children. Every single person is called to make a difference in the life of a child.
It's up to all of us to do our part.
To pull together.
Pull together
Pull together.
to make New Mexico the best place to be a kid.
I'm David C. Chavis, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Krosky-Mirror here. And I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team's going through some changes, but we're here to stay. We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field. 505 Sports Venture is leading the charge in the NIL space. And you can be part of it.
Started shit better than all my intentions. Locked in shorty, you got my attention. CEO, baby, I get you the business. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Sports Animal.
All right, one other thing on the Beers of the City thing, just so you know. once you download it, you go to beersofthecity.com, you add it to your home screen, and it turns into an app as well. So it's called a robust website. It works the same as an app. All right, Addie's in from, I'm registered, JJ. All right, JJ, you and I talk about this all the time. How is New Mexico perceived around the country? How are we perceived? Addie goes to the University of Michigan. They don't know we exist. Is there ever anything that like wow, that was cool? Do they know anything? You got kids from Michigan, New Jersey. How is New Mexico perceived?
Oh my God, you're from the Breaking Bad place?
Yeah, that's it.
That's.
What about sports-wise?
People don't even know there's a Division I university here.
Really?
2 of them, actually. People just no clue. Yeah, I talk about the Lobos. I talk about the Isotopes. I talk about all the cool things we got going on.
She wears
here.
her mariachi.
I do wear my mariachi hat, and everyone's like, "Whoa, that's so cool!" I'm like, "Thanks, it's my local baseball team."
All right, you're in Michigan, JJ. Don't you think? Has there been a better time to be a Detroit sports fan?
Oh my goodness!
Lions are good. Pistons are coming. Right? Tigers are best team in the American League. Like, how, are you kind of turned into a Detroit sports fan?
I'm always going to be an LA fan. Always going to be an LA fan, but I don't mind having these secondary Detroit teams. It's been fun.
What do you do on the Monday Night Football night when the Rams are playing the Lions? Matthew Stafford's going back. I mean, is there any sort of a conflict?
See, that's again. I'm always going to be a Rams fan.
Thank you. She's my daughter.
My lifelong Lions fans don't exactly appreciate that. We were joking like, oh, if we get a Rams Lions playoff game or Super Bowl, I don't remember which one it was.
We did 2 years ago.
I remember that. Yeah. I remember sitting on the couch and just being like, you know what? I'm pissed my team lost. Can I say that on the air?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, good. Like, I'm sad my team lost, but you're watching these people in Detroit, people who had never seen their team go to a playoff game, like in tears in the stands, and they're freezing their behinds off because it's Detroit.
It's a great sports, I say town, but I mean Ann Arbor's kind of 40 minutes out of Detroit, so it's somewhat Detroit. It's a great sports town / state, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fun, and especially because a lot of people I know who have grown up lifelong Lions fans, lifelong Red Wings fans, lifelong Pistons fans, Tigers fans who are just now seeing their teams get that kind of success.
Yeah, your generation's never seen it.
Yeah. And I remember we were watching, I think it was the Commanders Lions game. We were watching it at Texas Roadhouse, and then we took the bus back to the dorm.
Yes.
That was a crazy night. We were just sitting in the downstairs, and just everyone was just depressed because the Lions lost.
See, so JJ, how many times we've been beat when your team gets knocked out of the playoffs? It just dictates your mood, right?
It's just a bummer.
It's
you invest so much emotionally, and it's like, oh.
But it's like their generation. When you had your first Broncos Super Bowl, right, or they won, and I know we're out of time. When the first time in your generation when your team was, if you're a Dodger fan, a Yankee fan, you grew up, they win all the time, right?
Dodgers are fine. They can lose 20 in a row. They're still going to the postseason.
All right, download it. It's Beers of the City. It's a wonderful, wonderful benefit to you from Albuquerque, the magazine. Pick up the latest magazine. It is on your newsstands. I say newsstands. It's at your checkout places everywhere.
You got 2 weeks left to vote for Best of the City. Albuquerque or abqthemag.com. 300 categories. Don't have to vote for them all. Pick your favorites. Give your local favorites some love.
Vote for the opening drive and us and me and JJ. No? Can I say that?
You can say that.
Who's got the best caramel sauce? Oh, sorry. Addie, you've been great.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you. I love you.
I love you
Keep up the good
too.
work. She is with Albuquerque the magazine, but yes, she is my child. And she is terrific. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro Beer. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glory.
KNML, the sports animal.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something...
By generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'd like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. Our law firm was founded by my father, Thibaut J. Chavez, with one goal, to get New Mexicans the help they need. That's why we built a different kind of law firm. We focus on family values, dedicated service, and we make a real contribution by giving back to our communities. We can't change what happened to you or your loved ones, but we can help you get back on the road to recovery. We're by your side, and we're still as local as red and green.
Hi, my name is Ruben, and I'm with the New Mexico Educational Assistance Foundation. We are proud sponsors of high school and college sports. Either college or trade, we can help you find the funding you need. Go to nmfafsa.org. That's nmfafsa.org.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
But for consistency and development, there has to be a plan in which you start looking at professional sports and go, oh, there's a reason you have player unions. There's a reason things are collectively bargained, and realize that, yeah, you can be a student athlete and sell classes, this or that, but if you're going to throw that much money at athletes, then you have to have legit contracts or ways things work, because right now nothing is legit. Even with revenue sharing, a new clearinghouse, there's still no standards to any of this.
Yeah, is the entirety of the system broken? No, it's not broken. The entirety of the system is strained, and it's on a breaking point, I believe. He talked about the House settlement. Quote, the settlement went into effect July 1 and it's July 14 while working through historic and transformed change. In the middle of anything significant, it will get messy. That doesn't mean you leave, or in a marathon, it doesn't mean you step off the course. The burden of making a new system work is certainly on commissioners and conference offices, but the responsibility is shared with our campuses and campus leaders. Okay, that's a fortune cookie to me, you know. Fine. That doesn't say anything to me. Yeah, that change is hard, and we all got to play our part. Is what that was a really, really fancy, high word saladed way to say that. He talked about the playoff expansion, and we think growth beyond 12 can be positive and should be pursued. TJ, I told you I had a conversation with Rich Clark, and Rich is willing to come on with us, and I think we do that sometime in August. Rich Clark is the executive director of the College Football Playoff. And, where's it going, 14, 16? He told me about a few months ago he thought it was going to stay at 12 when none of us did. Now, he doesn't feel that way anymore. And I said some things to him about, I hate blowing up this 12 after a sample size of 1. That I was under the belief that we should have let this thing play out and, see a bigger sample size than 1 before we blow this thing up. And he said that he agreed with that. However, everybody saw what it was and wanted access. Everybody wanted a piece of it. And I get it. Because I said to him, do you believe that there were 4 more worthy playoff teams that were going to make that tournament better? And every time I have that conversation, we have that conversation amongst bowl people and conference people. It's not about making it better. It's about making more money. It's about more access for the big conferences. Just like the NCAA tournament is. It's about more access for the big conferences. As we go back to what is New Mexico? What is, Texas State? What is New Mexico State? Nothing. So, Sankey didn't talk about whether or not the conference is going to move to 9 games, but there's a big push that they should have uniform conference games at the power leagues. Big 12, ACC, SEC, Big 10 should all play 9 conference games. SEC plays 8. He said it's, quote, it's absolutely fully and 100% correct that we play 8 conference games while others play 9 conference games. It's also correct that last season, all 16 of our members played at least 9 games against what you would label power opponents. I don't believe there's anyone looking to swap their conference schedule and their opponents with our conference schedule. I handed out a bunch of stats that created a stir in Destin at the meetings that showed there is a rigor here that is unique, end quote. Basically what he's saying is we play 8 conference games, then we'll play Purdue. Or we play another power team. And that's harder than anybody else plays. Because we're in the SEC and every week what we do is harder than what you do. I'll make an argument the Big Ten was better than the SEC last year. We're willing to just say they're the SEC, they have to be the best. Did they win the national championship last year? Were they in the national championship last year? They weren't, right? They got a lot of teams in. Well, Alabama didn't get in. They should have got in. No, they didn't. Ole Miss didn't get in. Yeah, they've got really good teams, and they beat each other up. But did they get through to the championship last year? They didn't, right? Is it?
That was Ohio State and Notre Dame.
Right. So it wasn't an SEC team. that was playing for a national championship. Now they usually are, and historically they are the best league. But just because historically they've been the best league, does that mean every year they are the best league? And that's why
doesn't mean that every year.
No, and that's why. Are you a fan of the 5-11 or the 4-4-2-2-1? Meaning the five conference champions get into the playoff and then 11 at larges, or 4 guaranteed SEC, 4 guaranteed Big 10, 2 ACC, 2 Big 12, 1 group of 5, and then wild cards. Which one do you like?
5 plus 11.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I don't think, if you're good enough, you're going to get in. And as Brett Yormark, the conference commissioner of the Big 12, said, if you're not getting your teams in, play better. Just play better. But that's going on today. All right, Richard Pierce going to be with us coming up at 9:30, 505-246-0610 if you want to get in. I got more from what's going on down there. We've got some NFL stuff as well. 505-246-0610. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows.
Positions, and Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Michael Parsons, like those are players you're going to lock into big time deals. So just get it done.
Yeah, I think that's right. Ndamukong Suh, Hall of Famer. He announced his retirement over the weekend. He was an All-Pro many times, defensive tackle. He was a great college player, played 13 seasons in the National Football League. A Hall of Famer?
No.
Okay. 5 All-Pro selections, 2010 Defensive Rookie of the Year. Was a Super Bowl champion with the Buccaneers. Hadn't played in the NFL since he spent that year with the Eagles in 2022, but he hadn't officially retired. Put out a social media piece. Part of it says, it's time to let football, or he says, let me give you one final piece of advice. It's time to let football go. You've done everything you set out to do. Now it's time for the next chapter. It's interesting. He's talking about a conversation that he had with his dad before his dad passed away. So no, you say no on Ndamukong Suh being.
He'll be one of those players that when you look at the All-Pros, there were times where he was viewed as the best defensive tackle in the league. That was the conversation.
Okay.
But I think he'll be close, bounce back and forth, but I don't feel just immediate Hall of Famer in Ndamukong Suh.
I think I'm with you. Yeah. I think I'm with you there. All right. A couple other things that I didn't hit from over the weekend. I guess we did hit this at the very first. Let me go here. Did you were at the United match on Saturday night, so you probably did not get to see these. Abraham Perez, the boxer from Albuquerque, won a unanimous decision in El Paso. And then I watched Mean Machine, Steve Garcia, over Calvin Kattar, win a unanimous decision UFC in flyweight, and he was dominant. I had not seen him fight before. Have you seen Steve Garcia fight before? Dude, he was rangy, long, powerful, quick. He was impressive, man. Now he had the longest. Well, he's got the longest win streak currently in UFC, and he had a 5-fight knockout streak, and he almost had the dude on the ropes. I say on the ropes, on the fence. He almost finished him. He didn't finish him, and it wasn't worth getting reckless because he was up so dominantly on the cards in the last minute. Like, do you go maybe catch one? He almost finished him a couple of times. But look out, dude, because Steve Garcia is legit. And take a look at him next time he fights. If you haven't watched him yet, local fighter that I super impressive. Super impressive. And to get more local fighters, I mean, look, this gym at Jackson Wink has turned out so many great fighters. But I think, kind of looking for the next guy to kind of claim. With Holly retired from MMA, now she's boxing. With John Jones announcing his retirement, I think you're looking for someone kind of locally.
It's been a minute,
right?
Someone that's just popping out of Albuquerque.
Yeah, and so that might be your dude, Steve Garcia. He was terrific over the weekend. And then Saturday night out at the ball pitch, Charleston, it was Charleston Battery 2, New Mexico United 1. There was an own goal in there, huh?
Yep, offset piece. It's deflected.
How good did you notice? So Charleston's considered the best team in USL Championship, correct? They're the number 1 seed in the East right now.
Yes.
And the highest scoring team. Did you notice a big difference? Because everything I read afterwards, and this is not uncommon, but United felt they should have won the game. They felt they were the better team. They felt they controlled it. They felt they just didn't get the breaks. How did you, just your eyes, what did your eyes tell you coming out of that?
The battery were better going forward.
Okay.
In creating chances. And that's one thing that's really stood out as why can't United score more, because they are very dynamic up top. They have speed, they have talent, but in terms of just the final third and getting shots on target, they just haven't done it as much as you'd expect them to do with the talent they have. Like it's not one where you watch it and say, oh, there's a reason they're not scoring goals. No, they should be scoring more goals. Defensively, it was off the set pieces, but that's been a problem all season long. They got beat by the better team, but it wasn't one in which I think that gap was gigantic between New Mexico and Charleston.
Okay. So, I mean, this is the point where, you know, if they play again, they're there. Do you, New Mexico United now not in first place anymore, but you feel they're a championship contender this year, right?
Yes, because that, you know, just like we have this discussion around the college football playoff, and you're like, oh, the SEC's not there. It's about getting hot at the right time. And you want to put yourself in good position since you host a home playoff game, have good seed. But you see, like last year, the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, Louisville, they lost in the first round. So you know that the postseason, it's a whole different game. But they have the talent to win multiple postseason games.
All right. They're not playing this week. They're kind of, it's the bye on the schedule, and they'll be back at it in the Jägermeister Cup a week from Saturday. 505-246-0610. When we come back, we're going to catch up with Richard Pierce, Lobo lineman, who was a captain last year. He's the only returning lineman on the Lobos team. Media days this week. Going to get you started with some football. How does he see the offense? How is the transition from Bronco Mendenhall to Jason Eck gone, as he's been one of the team leaders here? This is the guy that organized that the food drive during Thanksgiving week, the turkey drive. Just he's been great when he's been on with us. Looking forward to catching up with Richard Pierce. That is coming up next. Hey, thinking about redesigning a bathroom? Me too. Who do you call? I got the answer for you. And this isn't one of those, hey, I got a guy, or hey, they did this, or let me. You need this done right. You need it licensed. You need it bonded. And you need Rebath. Rebath of Albuquerque is who you need to call. They will send a design consultant out to your home. There's no high pressure. They are solution-based. So they will come out there. They will get you a design. Maybe you know what you want. Maybe you don't. They'll walk you through it. They'll show you what they've got. You will get a design, and you will get a price. And when you get a crew out there, this crew is dedicated to your job. They're not working 2-3 jobs. That's why they're going to get it done right, and they're going to get it done efficiently. Full baths are done within 5 days. Bathrooms, kitchens, closets. It's efficiency and it's convenience, and it is Rebath. They are reputable. They are known all around the country for what they do. The Rebath here, locally owned by people you know. Cole and Sarah McCamey bought the Rebath franchise. They are running it, and they are running it incredibly well. You know Cole. He was a former quarterback at the University of New Mexico, a great Lobo. His wife, Sarah, a graduate of the UNM Anderson Business School. They love this community. They are from New Mexico, and they're going to do it the right way. They specialize in full look and full remodel. If you are thinking about anything in regards to your bathroom, how about if maybe you've got an aging parent and you're looking for accessibility, ADA compliant, grab bars, those sorts of things. They are your place. If you're looking to get your bathroom remodeled, I strongly recommend you call Rebath. I went through their showroom. I looked at what they do. They're going to do a great job for you. Go to rebath.com. On locations, pick out Albuquerque, or just give them a call. The number is 505-312-8922. That's area code 505-312-8922.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
So the SEC is going on today in Atlanta, Big 12 last week in Frisco, and we will be in Las Vegas at the Circa. Got to be 21 to get in. Remember last year, the Ashton Genty, the best running back in the league, wasn't 21. He couldn't get into the Circa. They had to have their own private media day over at the Bellagio for him. Richard Pierce will be there representing the University of New Mexico as we go over for Mountain West Conference Media Day. He is a team captain last year, played in all 12 games, 904 snaps, was more than any Lobo, and is the only starting returning lineman for the Lobos this year. Richard Pierce joins us on The Sports Animal. Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck. Good morning, Richard. How you living?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Life's grooving. How you doing?
Doing good. How about you?
Everything's good, man. Appreciate you spending some time. You ready to go? It feels like summer just started, and now it feels like it's over.
Yes, sir. It's time to roll.
Yeah. All right. You coming back? You had decisions to make, right? There was changes at the head coach, the whole coaching staff. Everybody. It feels like everybody left. You had opportunities. Why was it important to you? Why did you decide to stay? And how you feeling about that decision?
Mainly the same as I told the guys on last week, talking about it. Just having the time to sit back and think about the culture that's here in the state of New Mexico, and most importantly in the city of Albuquerque. Just that culture and the brotherhood that we were able to build just because of where we were, and and I was the only full season starter, but we also had Kevin Shaw coming back. We also had my guy Malik coming back, Michael Bugley, and so all of those things played a role, and just wanted to still be a part of that brotherhood played a huge role in it, and obviously getting to meet Coach Eck for myself, and also learning that he was a really big guy for the offensive line. So all of that kind of played a role.
You know, Richard, when the coaching change went down, Lobel fan there were many of them ready to jump off the ledge, right? They thought it was the end of the world. And I said, relax. You're going to get a good coach in here. You're going to get someone who wants to be here. It's going to be the right thing. And I don't know how many people have bought into it or did buy into it. From your perspective, and I think this is really important for people to hear, you are a starting lineman. You are a team captain who played, and this is nothing against anybody. But I'm curious, from your perspective, how the transition has gone and the difference in the culture, the difference in the way things have gone from the previous coaching staff to where you are now.
Oh yeah, definitely. And for me personally, and for most of the guys in the locker room, most of the buy-in comes from looking at patterns. If you look at where Coach Eck was previously, he went up to that program and they started to win. And even our assistant head coach DePrado, he was a huge role in turning around Texas State football. That was a winning program, and now we have an entire staff full of coaches that just know how to win.
Now, Richard, you were a team captain last year with the new staff, and you were learning what they wanted from you. When you are a captain and you're looked at as a leader, what are the things that you want to be able to bring to the table and show your teammates? But as you said, you'll be able to learn what the coaches, this staff wants from you.
The main thing for me is just being that guy that everyone can count on, and that looks different every day. Some day I may have to be the guy that brings the energy. Some days I may be the guy that has to just find that one guy and work with him one-on-one. But that's my goal day in, day out. Once I show up, I want to be the guy that everyone knows for a fact that they can count on. Say a guy doesn't have any energy, I'm gonna give him some energy. Say a guy's not feeling it, I'm gonna get him going, make him feel it.
Lobo offensive lineman Richard Pierce with us here on the opening drive, and now you're heading into your second season, your time in Albuquerque. You've already, of course, given back. We've talked with you about the food drive that you've done. Man, what do you like most about Albuquerque, and what are some of the things that you find yourself really kind of getting into that New Mexico spirit with?
Mine is kind of weird, I feel like, because there isn't much to do. The few things that we do have, they're very genuine and they're very open-hearted, and that's what I like about it. We don't have a pro team, so the fans that we do have, they're really, really bought in, and that goes on and off the field.
Richard Pierce is with us, Lobel lineman. Hey, so everybody's asking about the offense. How good is the offense? How good are the quarterbacks? How good is this? It sounds like your running back room is loaded. Sounds like you got weapons on the outside. But there's so many question marks, Richard. And Lobo fan, we've been just sitting around and saying, I don't know. I don't know how good they're going to be. These guys were really good at the FCS level. You've been out there every day with them, and I know it hasn't been formal practices, but you went through spring. How good can your team be? Are you comfortable with whoever it is at quarterback? Help Lobo fan out a little bit right now.
I feel like no matter who we put on the field, as long as over these next 6 weeks, we do our job as to getting better day in and day out. I feel like there's no limit on how good Lobo football can be this year, and that's on offense, defense, special teams, and that's all across the board.
You got a running back room, don't you? I mean, you got guys that, and I know, I don't know if you like going pass blocking or run blocking more, and you can answer that, but you got some running backs that you can open up some holes where they can do some damage.
Yeah, and for me, I like to put just to put up points. Whether that's running the ball, throwing the ball, we have a really great running back room for really good running backs that can be looked at. A really great quarterback. We have really good wide receivers all across the board.
Richard, having a head coach that was an offensive lineman, I had lunch with him, and he still eats like an offensive lineman, right? He can put it away quick, and but having that mentality now, does that help you guys? Is that, I mean, not that he's got to be that. You can have a head coach who was a quarterback who never played, but having a head coach who was an offensive lineman, is that a little extra for you guys? Is there a little extra, or does it not matter?
No, it definitely matters. you know, because we always feel as if we're sometimes overlooked or we kind of work in the dark sometimes, and having a head coach that can kind of shine some light on us definitely plays a role. And if there's ever anything we need that can boost our performance, we know we can always go to him, and he can always help us out.
Richard, I know the mentality of football player, of an athlete, right? It's next day, next practice, next game, but you look at the opportunity that you guys have this year. You're going to play in some big-time environments, Michigan, play UCLA, the Mountain West schedule. What are you looking forward to just being able to get on the field with this team?
Just to seeing my guys show the world what they can do. That's what I'm mainly looking forward to. And previously, like I said, we're not really focused too much about who we're going to play. We're just focusing more about who the Lobos are going to put on the field, and making sure that we put our best 11 on the field. Yeah, that's the main focus.
You looking forward to media days? It's going to be a lot of the same questions, a lot of and probably a lot of disrespect, right? And probably your team's going to be picked wherever they're going to be picked, and they're going to be talking about Boise State. They're going to be talking about the split of the Pac-12. Are you ready for all this stuff? Is this something you're looking forward to this week in Vegas?
Definitely, just to get a guy some more insight on the weapons that we do have, and to shine a light on some of the big guys, Well,
I think that's a big deal. Hey, you mentioned the culture in Albuquerque, and you're a guy from Alabama. You played at East Carolina. It's funny. We just had a young lady in here who goes to the University of Michigan, and she was talking about how the people, back east, they don't even know what New Mexico is. And maybe you didn't before you got here. And I know we talked about this a little bit. But what is it about this place? You've obviously taken it upon yourself to be a part of a community that you feel has embraced you. You headed the turkey drive for the community last Thanksgiving. And for those of you who don't know, Richard Pierce is the guy who started this whole thing to help families who needed the help get fed, have a great Thanksgiving. Why has it been so important? Man, you could just be a lineman and go play football and be a college kid. You could have transferred. You could have probably made more NIL. Why is this place become so important to you?
I feel like the main thing is kind of what you said, family, just the culture here, and that kind of always brings me back close to home, because they're very similar. There's not much to do, so it's a really big family culture, and that's kind of how I was raised. That's just who I am as an individual, and I don't think that I can get that genuine family feeling no matter where else I go besides the city of Albuquerque.
Yeah, it's pretty special. All right, you're going to get to see your former head coach at Media Days this week. Have you talked to Bronco Mendenhall at all, and do you anticipate a conversation with him? And if so, how do you anticipate that going?
Definitely really good, great guy, and I'm just looking forward to being able to talk to him. And I feel like they're going to have a great season this year, because that's a great guy to have a head coach.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing you in Vegas, man. Appreciate you spending some time with us. Really, I always appreciate the conversation. JJ, you got anything else? Oh, we're good. Safe travels out there. I'm not even sure if we're on the same flight or not, but I'll find you out there and I'll shake your hand and we'll talk a little bit there. But best of luck this season. I know we'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, be well. He is Richard Pierce, Lobo lineman. I hope that gives people perspective. And I know what you're saying. What else are you going to say? We stink. We're not good. We didn't work. I get it. But I hope it helps a little bit, the perspective. Like, why did that guy stay? He could have taken off, dude. Like, that guy was all academic, Mountain West. He started every game for an offense that was pretty damn good. He played, 40? He didn't allow a hit or a sack all year long, JJ, playing right guard. He had just 6 hurries over 475 passing plays that were credited to him. Like, this is a lineman that could have gone.
He would have absolutely had opportunities in the transfer portal if he was there.
Of course.
No doubt.
But there's something, that's why I asked him the last question. There's something about this community, and it's not a dude from here. He's from Alabama and went to East Carolina. But what is it about here that stuck with you? And I think that's the kind of thing that if they turn this around, and not many linemen become, the face of something, and it'll probably be Scott Trey Humphrey or whoever the leading rusher is, right? But a dude that stayed and want to be at the core of something, he's got an opportunity to really ingratiate himself with Lobo fans for a long, long time. You can respond to that when we get back, 505-246-0610. Wrap it up when we get back as well, and get you everything you got to know as you go through your Monday. How's your car looking? You're in it. Mine too, with the storms now, and I've been traveling, and it's like it sits in the lot, and I need on-the-spot automotive detailing. You probably do too. Whether you just took a summer road trip or you just rather, it's everyday life. On-the-spot automotive detailing is going to give you that new car feel. Give them a call, have them come out to you wherever it's convenient. That's your office, your home. You don't take it to them. They come to you. That's one of the beauties. The other beauty is they are the best at what they do, detailing your vehicle. That's what the auto dealers do. When they are done with your car, it will look, it will feel, it will smell brand new, like the day you took it off the lot. How fun it was to be in your car. You wanted to drive your car back then. You can have that new car feel without that new car price. By the way, it's probably one of your biggest investments, right? Take care of it. Protect it. Have it taken care of by on-the-spot automotive detailing. Talk to them about their paint protection film and their ceramic coating to keep the rock chips and the dings away and keep your car looking good all year long. They also are professionals and great at window tinting service to keep your car cool. It's automotive detailing. It's all online. Book and buy at otsdetailing.com. That is otsdetailing.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProV Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho.
Drive on 85.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Just had something for you and I forgot what it was. 505-246-0610 if you want to get in. Emails Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com and JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. SEC Media Days are going on. You can get in there. There'll be a lot that comes out of it. The SEC and the Big 12 have differing points of view, said Commissioner Greg Sankey on the college football playoff. They're never going to get that thing figured out, are they? I mean, at some point they have to, but, I mean, it's holding up the whole system, too. What people are going to be talking about as you go through your day. Cooper Flagg is shut down for the rest of summer, not because he's hurt, but they've seen enough. There's no reason to have it. The number one pick of the draft play for the Dallas Mavericks, so he's shut down. Over the weekend, Charleston Battery 2, New Mexico United 1 out at the ball pitch. Yannick Sinner beat Carlos Alcaraz in the gentlemen's finals at Wimbledon. Iga Swiatek beat American Amanda Anisimova, love in the ladies. And the doubles team of Ivana and Carmen Corley had a big landmark for them in Rhode Island. The former El Dorado High School stars won their first WTA doubles title. They won the Hall of Fame Open in Newport. They beat the fourth-seeded, what's her name? It's Ariane Hortono. When I start getting into Spanish names, I ask myself for trouble. They beat a team from the Netherlands and India, 7-6 and 6-3, and they won their first championship, which is really big. And Steve Garcia, the Mean Machine from Albuquerque, was a winner in MMA over the weekend at UFC. That was in Nashville, Tennessee. 505-246-0610. Lobo Hobo says, most hyped overline since Saltis in the Vegas bubble, Jeff? I don't know. I mean, Teton Saltis' offensive line was pretty good, weren't they?
I wouldn't. He's saying this overhyped?
Yeah, he says this line's overhyped. I don't think anybody's overhyping them. I think they got one starter back. He's pretty good.
I think one of the surprising things is how they've actually been able to have a consistent offensive line the last few years with the amount of turnover.
Yeah, Kyle Winningham said something at he's the Utah coach. He said something at Big 12 Media Day, which I'm not sure I totally agreed with. He was bragging on his quarterback, former Lobo Devin Dampier. And he says, no disrespect, but Devin did it pretty much by himself last year at New Mexico. And I'm not sure I totally agreed with that. Now, Kyle says he's at Utah, got the best offensive line he's ever had, which gives Devin Dampier a tremendous opportunity. But did you think, Dampier had, Wysong was pretty good. The offensive line was pretty good. They ran the ball pretty well last year. I didn't think he did it all by, he was spectacular. Don't get me wrong. And that last drive against Washington State when they won the game, he might have done it all by himself.
A lot of the running game was him.
Yeah.
I think 2 years ago they had the best offensive line.
I agree with that.
Because you had two guys that went to power conference teams after
agree with
the season. It was solid last year, but Utah's line is definitely going to be better.
Yeah, no, it's going to be fun to watch Devin Dampier play. But I don't know that they had 2,000-yard rushers last year, right? He was one of them. Did New Mexico. Lobo Hobo says Ndamukong Stig is going to be one of the guys that are last ballot All-Americans, right? There's no way he gets in on the first or second ballot into the Hall of Fame. I don't believe he does. JJ doesn't believe he gets in ever. I always think it just depends on who else is on the ballot every year. What other names are on that ballot? But is Ndamukong Suh a Hall of Famer? Borderline. Mike says, you know what, Jeff Alou? It's even spread to the high schools right now. Even the high school coaches are talking about how hard they worked in the offseason and that their district is so tough. Is there any league that isn't tough? No. No, nobody's going to come out and say, you know what, we got a pretty easy league and we should kick everybody's ass. No. You're not going to hear anybody tell you that we didn't work very hard and they're not good. No, yes, you know what you're going to hear. What you're looking for is the other stuff in these things. And that's why I'm probably not going to bring you back 15 interviews like we've done in the past. But you're looking for the stories. And JJ, you were always really good at this when we would go to Vegas, and you researched each guy, and you talked to him about back when you were at Tyler, Texas at high school and you were playing lacrosse, and you always get into that, and they kind of light up a little bit, and they know that you know a little bit about them. No, I'm not looking to hear how, we worked hard and the culture's been, no. I mean, I know what Troy Calhoun's going to do. We're not very good, Jim.
We're not good at all.
We're not very, we can't compete with the money that's being put
NIL,
out.
get out of here.
I don't know if we're going to win a game, Jeff.
We're just here to fly our airplane.
Our kids work so hard. They get up at 6 a.m. and football's like fun for them. Football's their time off. He's not wrong, by the way. He's not. And it's always a good story, but it's not wrong. Fresno State, San Diego State are going to be what in this league? Two teams that over the last decade have been very good. Are they down? Sean Lewis in his second year. They got a new head coach at Fresno State as well.
San Diego State, you just wonder if they're ever going to be able to find
a quarterback,
any pulse on offense. It's been crazy how bad that team can
Well, they brought in an offensive coach, Sean Lewis. He was the offensive coordinator of Colorado.
That's correct.
I mean, they went away from the Rocky Long and Brady Hoke stuff. And by the way, when Rocky was there, they had an offense. They ran the hell out of the ball. They had guys like Donnell Pumphrey and Rashad Penny, guys who were setting records, NCAA records, and finally somebody broke Dontrell Moore's record for the Mountain West. Mm-hmm. They had offense. They just weren't.
Yeah, they were able to run the football and have really
good
runners, but they haven't had that running game even the last few years. Like just anything.
Correct.
Like
Correct.
They're bogged down. Been putting safeties at quarterback and trying everything.
Yeah, no, that's all correct. It'll be an interesting week. It will. All right, what do you get today? You get some summer league, and you get some, I mean, it's it is what it is. You don't even get big. Are we in the All-Star break? We got home run derby tonight.
Back.
Tonight's home run derby. Holy smokes! How did I not even know that? All right, the most overhyped, but people love this damn thing. It is. They bring Berman out for this tonight? Back. Where is it? Atlanta? That one's to Macon, Georgia. Oh, he hit that one all the way to Augusta. Right? One of those? Name me every little town. Alpharetta. Isn't that right? That one's where's Georgia Southern? I used to know this. It's Statesville, I think. That one's in Statesville. I think that's right. All right, so you get that tonight. Go watch your favorite. Is Ohtani in this thing? He's not, right? He said no. All right, thank you to Richard Pierce, Lobo lineman. He was with us today. Really enjoyed that. Goes. Thank you to Addie from Albuquerque the Magazine. She was here as well. Go to Beer of the Month. Download that. And then you get discounts on your beer. It's really kind of good. I mean, if you like saving money on beer. Adrian, great work. Appreciate you on a Monday morning. Heard with Colin Cowherd is next. The Jim Rome Show will follow that. 2 Men On comes in at 4 o'clock, and we're back tomorrow morning with award-winning radio. Guess we'll start at 7 a.m. He is J.J. Buck. I'm Jeff Symbieta. What do you think? You good with that? Big day for you? Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you on Monday or tomorrow.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Sweet Rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit International